Hey Aquarius, how's it going? Hope you're doing well this evening. Let's take a look into your late October reading and see what comes out for the rest of the month. Late October Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising sign. So, Aquarius, this is going to be a general read, and then we'll look into any love messages that want to come out towards the end. And I feel like we will also do mutual desire between you and your person. On this split, we've got the Justice card and the Emperor. Two of the polar opposites here. These two are complementary, I guess you could say. That card was the adjustment card in this deck, which, as we all know, is the Justice card. And we also have now the Emperor with the Ace of Pentacles. Aquarius, I feel like you are stepping into a new period in your life, a new era, where I feel like your energy is coming out as the Emperor. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands here. This is very assertive, very proactive, and very bold energy I'm getting. The Four of Pentacles in this deck is the card of power. So the number 4, as we know, is the number of solidity, stability, structure. It's all about having structure and order within a mindset, a frame of mind, if you will. Got the Justice card once again here with the Ten of Cups behind that. Let me just put that back. But besides that, I feel like with you embodying the Aries Emperor energy here, that's kind of telling me that you are pretty set on a specific way of doing something, or you feel as though a specific way of doing something is going to change the trajectory in which you are propelling yourself into. And you're quite confident. You're quite confident in how you're going about things. We've got the Queen of Swords here. We've got the Empress, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands for your overall energy here. We've got the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Not a very positive card in this deck, but regardless. Aquarius, I feel like with your overall energy being the Ten of Wands, and we also had the Eight of Cups at the bottom of this deck here as well. You are... So Pluto is in your sign currently. This is talking about major radical shifts in, let's say, dynamics that play out between you and the people that you surround yourself with, whether it be family, friends, coworkers, loved ones, lovers, significant others. There is some sort of shift, whether it be subtle or like I said, radical and possibly unexpected. Something is drastically changing in your environment, in your everyday life, Aquarius. It's something that took you a long time to get through, to get through, to get through, to let go of, to get past, to complete. Walking away. You, Six of Pentacles here, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Princess of Pentacles here for the recent past, clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So, in the recent past, I see that you were very hurt in regards to a dynamic that you found yourself in. This dynamic that you shared with someone else, really, you had expectations for it. You really were seeing that something had the potential to birth something, I don't want to say productive, but something fruitful. You saw something as something that could have potentially been fulfilling for you, but in this case, the Three of Swords here, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, I feel like it did not pan out the way that you had expected. And so this kind of forced a shift in what you were trying to build. The Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Judgment card is clarifying the Queen of Swords in the past. So this forced you to become really clear, to get really clear with yourself, as to what direction that you're going to be going into as an individual, on an individual level here. I feel like you had to really confront or face some uncomfortable truths about possibly yourself, how you had handled the situation that you had found yourself in the past. And you kind of reflected on where things would have gone if they were to continue going in the direction that they were going into. Yes, there was a moment where you were reflecting on this thought. And I feel like the truth was not pleasant. The truth revealed a lot about how you maybe wanted to handle the situation differently. You saw, what would you say? You saw kinks in the dynamic that was playing out, and you actually, even though it was unfortunate that things kind of turned out the way that they did, you feel as though you kind of, in a sense, dodged a bullet. This is what I'm saying here with the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment, the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords for the past. We've got the King of Swords and King of Cups and the Knight of Swords here. Sorry, Aquarius, my video cut off, but like I was saying, the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups flipped out. And what else for clarifying the Eight of Wands here? And the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the Age of Wands here for the recent past, in that in which was dwelling in your subconscious here. I feel as though it really took a lot for you to really hold back a lot of what you were feeling. I feel as though you have held a lot of emotions back. Here with the King of Cups here, you did have a lot more that you wanted to communicate when it comes to how you felt about the situation that you were in. But for whatever reason, it probably went back to whatever it was that was revealed to you in regards to this situation. Whatever was revealed to you made you feel like it was best for you to, I want to say, hold your tongue. But regardless of that, I feel as though with all of the insight that you had received, you just deemed it wise to keep to yourself and really just continue to reflect. That's what I'm getting. You just continue to reflect on your own actions and way of communicating. That's what I'm seeing here with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Cups. You came to the understanding that this was part of your emotional maturity developing further. If that makes sense. This was all further developing your emotional maturity. I'm going to put that one back here. So in the present here, we've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands here. And again, that was what I just put back. It was the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Wands here, clarifying the Knight of Wands for the current. This is telling me that you really are in this energy. We've got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here. You really are in this energy of wanting to take control over the situation. You feel like you've held back a lot from it, and you feel like it's time, like right now is the time that you are ready to communicate something. Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. This is telling me that you're in this very impulsive energy where you really feel it deep within you to express how you feel. And I'm going to say that this was a connection from the past with the Six of Cups here. I want to say that you're wanting to explore the possibilities of where this connection could lead to. You're wanting to express and emphasize this in particular. I feel as though you didn't really do this so much in the past because of whatever reason or reasons. There was something in the way of actually of this connection actually being I want to say observed, but there were things that were in the way that prevented you and whoever was at the other end of this connection. There were things that prevented you and them from fully diving into what this connection had meant. So I guess now in the current times this is what you have in mind, is that you're wanting to do that now. I feel like maybe possibly there has been some sort of block that has been lifted, or you just simply have realigned yourself with the idea of just really truly understanding what this connection really means to you. I feel like the 10 of Wands for your overall energy may very well be you walking away from the hindrance, from the blockage, whatever it was, so that you can actually come forth and express how you feel this connection has the potential to bring abundance in different forms for you and this person, because of what this connection means. 7 of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles, clarifying the Empress here. We have the Star, your energy, at the bottom of the deck. As of now, Aquarius, I see you very much pouring into yourself. I see you with the 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands here. This is definitely an energy that is self-interested and blocked off, essentially blocked off from pouring outwardly. Blocked, that is, not that you are blocked by not capable of giving to a relationship or to another person. It's just that you are willingly closed off in doing so at this moment. I feel like you are pretty self-content with yourself, and you deem it wise to just kind of refrain from fully expressing yourself and fully giving into the connection that you find yourself in. I feel like with the Star and the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon behind this right here is telling me that despite you being in this energy of being closed off and basically looking away, but still wondering, still curious about what if, I feel like you are kind of, you're shrouding the fact that you actually want to nurture and give into the connection. You, despite all this, you really do deep down desire you do desire the ability to pour into the connection. We've got the Lovers here. That's clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So is the 3 of Cups and the Emperor here. So, like I said, I feel like we have the Emperor, the Empress, and the Lovers here. The 3 of Cups here is in between the Emperor and the Lovers. Um, you have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and then the Queen of Swords. This is interesting. You do have tremendous a tremendous amount of emotions for this person here. I feel like your intentions ultimately that you are set on um, on um, on what's the word, on actually your intentions are to bring this connection into a healthy state, into a healthy union. I feel as though those are your intentions that you are set on acting out, on creating, is to bring this connection into union. The Lovers here is, the Lovers card here is the alchemical epitome of you know, two parts coming into marriage, into union with one another. Two complementary parts, two binary parts. Let's just say that. And I feel as though whatever you had gone through, that you are relinquishing, that you're moving past, that was a it was a process of, I feel like you had basically, I want to say, you had transmuted something deep within you that had become, and you know this yourself, you were aware that whatever negative attachment that you had developed towards this connection, you understood that you needed to transmute that. Essentially, it was a major period of growth and transformation for you. You know, with the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the King of Cups here, that was clarifying the Eight of Wands here in your subconscious in the past, in the recent past. This was your alchemical process, which began with the revelations that you had received soon after, you know, I guess the fallout, the separation of you and whomever is on the other end of this connection. So that whole process is complete, and I feel as though, you know, with the Ten of Wands being here as your overall energy, this is you completing this whole process of really coming through, and you are doing this currently. You are coming through with a different demeanor, with a different approach. Your energy has transformed. And, you know, with the Emperor, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers here, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles here in your subconscious, currently, you are in this frame of mind that is allowing you to bring this connection back together on your end. This energy that you are embodying here with the Emperor, as you have reemerged from your period of growth. This energy that you're embodying is allowing you to bring you and this person back into union. That's what I'm seeing here with the Emperor, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. You understand that this is the way, this is the energy that you are to embody in order for you to invest into the connection in a healthy, more grounded, and more aware type of way, energy type of, yeah, more aware. You are more aware, more self-aware. Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles and the Tower, the Blasted Tower here at the bottom of the deck, with the Death card behind that. Major transformation. And honestly, you know, if you do not find yourself wanting to reconnect with somebody from the past, that's perfectly fine. This process is just simply to prepare you better for the next relationship, the next connection that you find yourself in. This is, so we've got the Two of Pentacles in your future. We've got the Magician, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying that. That's really, really good. You are on the right path, Aquarius. So this really does not involve anyone else but you in the future. So what I feel is weighing heavily on your mind in the future, aside from basically giving this connection a redo, I feel as though you in the future are really, really trying to so the Magician here, you know, the Magician is receiving, I feel, insight, divine insight, the Magician does receive divine knowledge. You know, the High Priestess receives divine knowledge, and she also is the holder of secrets, and she goes after hidden knowledge. The Magician here, she holds those pieces of information. She holds whatever is revealed to her. She holds it to herself. She does not share it. She does not share it with anyone else. But for me, the High Priestess does in fact share this whatever knowledge that she may possess. She does share knowledge with the Magician. The Magician is the one that will actually do something with that knowledge, with that information. He doesn't have to, but this is just my interpretation. Now, you can say that the counterpart for the High Priestess is the Hierophant. Yes, he is. But I also see the Magician as somewhat of a counterpart for the High Priestess, because he does receive knowledge and you know, his creative divine spark comes from the source, the divine source. And he manifests whatever he envisions with his will. And look what just the high priestess just fell out. She wanted to come out. But yeah, I feel like in the future, sorry, Aquarius, but I feel like in the future you are pondering, you are really, you know, Aquarius, you have this visionary type frame of mind where you're really trying to figure out what your purpose is here on earth, what it is that what is it that you are here to do, what you are here to convey, to communicate, to share with the masses. This is what I feel you are heavily deep in thought with. We've got the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles. You are, I feel as though you're in the future, if you're not already, aligning yourself with this, with a vision of where your path is to lead you to. But I feel like you are going to find out what it is that you are meant to do, and it's going to bring about an extremely abundant new chapter for you, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress here. And I feel like this involves you actually sharing knowledge that you will be receiving. That's what I'm seeing here with the High Priestess. And whatever it is that you are going to be receiving from Source through your crown chakra here, whatever it is that you will be receiving, that you actually decide to share, it's going to bring a lot of success, a lot of abundance. And you're going to be sharing this you're going to be sharing it freely. That's what I'm seeing with the Empress. It's like you're not going to feel like, oh my goodness, I don't have that much to share, or once I complete, once I finish, you know, sharing whatever knowledge and wisdom that I have at a certain point, that's going to be it. You're not going to have to worry about that, because you're going to continuously be receiving, you know, insights, downloads from the divine, from Source, from the Source Creator. And you're going to understand that this was what you were meant to do, and that you're going to be influencing the masses. You're going to have a you're going to be influencing and having a very strong effect on those that you are conveying your your messages to. That's what I'm seeing here with the Magician. This is mercurial energy here. And, the Empress, everybody wants the Empress's energy if they can get it. When she freely gives it out in whatever form that may be. In this case, it would be in communications of whatever you are, whatever you're going to be in possession of. People are going to be wanting this information. They're going to want to continue hearing what it is that you have to share with them. Okay, and then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is meant to be part of your path. This is meant to, whatever this new chapter holds, whatever it holds for you, it's going to bring a lot of stability for you. It's going to add to your stability, and you're going to love doing it. Three of Wands, Justice here. So aside from that, that was really awesome. That's really cool. That's, if you've been really just questioning what you are meant to do on this earth, you were meant to help others find their way. You were meant to help others find their way back on their own path, so that they can share and spread, awareness, a collective type of awareness to others. It's going to help bring more people into a higher state of consciousness, essentially. And you're going to be very influential. You're going to be very sought after. So I would have fun with it. I would try to, just don't force anything. Just meditate, and get into deep meditations and write any download, any insight that you receive. Because if you don't, trust me, you will forget about it soon enough. So have, where's my handy dandy notebook? I've got one here. This, that I write a lot of ideas into. I write a lot. I actually haven't written for a couple weeks now. Things have kind of gotten in the way of my schedule, but yes, write, journal, meditate, see what you receive, see what you are coming up with. Go into nature and connect with nature and the divine, with the sun. You will be surprised. Let's move along. Aquarius, oh my god. That was cool though. I liked how all of those cards came out. So we have Five of Cups that just fell out. The Devil and the Eight of Pentacles for the future in your environment. Six of Swords, King of Swords at the bottom. So in the future, you've got the Eight of Swords in your environment. And it's clarified by the Five of Cups, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles here. This is telling me, Aquarius, we've got the Tower, the Blasted Tower coming out. This is Aries and Scorpio energy. also Plutonic. There's also, you know, Uranus, um, your ruined planet's energy influencing this as well. This is just radical change, just complete shift in one's mindset, perspective, um, just yeah. So the Eight of Swords clarified by the Five of Cups, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles here. I feel like in the future, if you do not actively continue to remind yourself of how far you've come, you could very well repeat some unhealthy behaviors. You have to be aware of how you are projecting yourself, how you're projecting your energy, and you're going to, I don't see you having this really as an issue if you preoccupy yourself with really engaging in and putting, throwing yourself into this new endeavor of slowly finding out, maybe not slowly. With the Tower here, you may have like a very swift epiphany as to what it is that you are meant to do. You may certainly, become a healer, something to do with communications here with the Magician, Mercurial and Gemini energy here. This is you speaking. We have the High Priestess as well. She does not speak. I was just talking about you becoming a healer. Possibly the Hierophant just fell out. The Hierophant is a spiritual leader, a spiritual healer. This is Chiron, the wounded healer. You could very well be King of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. For example, my Chiron is in Gemini. And so for me, it's very important for me to work on my deep-seated wound of that actually is in regards to communicating. That's ironic, but this is not my reading. For you, Aquarius, and this, I feel like you are going to have, like I said, a very concentrated influence on many. You're going to influence a lot of people. I see that with the Empress being here. That's you sharing your light, which is going to involve spirituality. Maybe not in like a traditional form. I mean, it can, you could very well become a pope or a priest, but I see you more so becoming some sort of spiritual leader, spiritual healer, one that receives divine insight with the High Priestess here. but you don't just keep this to yourself. You actually share this. You actually share this with others abundantly in the form of communication, and it's going to have a very strong effect. King of Swords here. Very strong effect on those that receive your insights. Fortitude. This is the Strength card in this deck. This is clarifying the Eight of Cups in the future. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Strength card with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck here. Aquarius, I feel like, well, we've got the Emperor and the Empress. This is a very interesting reading. We got the Emperor and the Empress here. And we've got the, what is it, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. And then we have the High Priestess and the Hierophant and the Magician here. That's pretty cool. I feel as though you are really, you know, this speaks of, the moon just came out. This is you, and maybe you aren't aware of this right now about yourself, or maybe for the moment you are kind of keeping it under wraps, but I feel like you are, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here too. I feel like you are really actually feeling, you're really actually feeling this balance, this healthy balance within yourself. You're actually feeling the effect of, you know, the two different parts of you coming together into union. This is you becoming balanced within your own self, within your own emotions, within how you portray yourself, and as well as how you ultimately will be coming across to other people. You know, when it comes to your purpose, you're going to be, or you already are, extremely balanced, and this is what is drawing people in energetically, is that true balance within yourself of your masculine and your feminine aspects. That is what is or will be having a major effect on people energetically, you know, on a quantum level. The moon, that, you know, you may not, you don't know this yet. I don't think you don't see it. This, you know, this is all in your future, but rest assured that you going through this process, you are going to be embodying this balanced version of yourself. So basically, in the recent past, you know, the dynamic that was between you and another person. And you know what, this may not really have to do with another person. It could just be with yourself internally. But I feel like this whole process that you have undergone as an individual, on an individual level, this was all uh, brought up brought up to the surface through the dynamic, through the connection that you were in with whoever was on the other end of this. The connection was the catalyst, um, the catalyst to your transformation. The pain that you had experienced from not feeling like you had been appreciated, from not feeling like you were receiving what you were giving, the pain that you felt because you felt like you were giving to something that had so much potential, and it ultimately did not, and it left you feeling empty, and it ultimately forced you to basically go through this restructuring of what you thought, maybe not what you thought a healthy dynamic consisted of. No, maybe on it made you realize that you needed to restructure the way you perceived, not how you perceive, but how you gave to it. It made you reflect back on yourself, and it ultimately pulled you into this revelation of really needing to come into this lover's energy within yourself in order for you to actually be capable of bringing a solid offer of wanting to merge and come together in unity with another person. I saw that with the Emperor and the Three of Cups and the Lovers. I hope this made sense, Aquarius. This whole process just showed you that you are first, you are important, you are loved. You just had to see that for yourself. You had to feel that for yourself by your own self first, in order for you to truly understand what you should feel like in a healthy dynamic. It showed you what a healthy dynamic would feel like. Because if we're not, balanced and whole within our own selves, we truly do not know. We just don't know how to give that. Look at my hair. We don't know how to give that. We don't know how that feels. Queen of Pentacles just came out. This has put you on the trajectory of being able to invest into into love, into a relationship in a serious and meaningful manner, one that really holds substance. Not that you didn't hold substance before in your givings, in your offerings, but you yourself are giving while still feeling whole and not depleted. You're giving in a healthy way that you feel good about, that you feel good about being serious about. And if you lose, if it becomes unsuccessful in this connection with investing, you know, your time, energy, resources, whatever, if it doesn't become successful, you're at least still okay with that outcome towards the end. You're not becoming devastated. I see it in your energy that you are embodying this more solid demeanor where you're more grounded. With the King of Cups here, you are emotionally grounded. You're not allowing your emotions to override you. You have deep emotions, but you are wanting to give appropriately when the time is right. With the Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Strength card clarifying the Eight of Cups here in the future, I see you working on slowly becoming more vulnerable, you know, with whoever this is on the other end, unless you do not have someone that you're trying to connect with. You know, this will just kind of apply to future relationships, I guess. This whole process is helping you just become a better version of yourself in a few simple words. Got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. You will feel comfortable enough once again, in opening up and allowing someone to share vulnerability with you. And you'll be comfortable doing so. I feel like you will get to the point where when you are expressing your love and giving your love and nurturing energy, when you will be giving of those things, you're going to feel really good about it. The sun at the bottom of the deck. You're going to be extremely happy. Extremely happy in doing this. Queen of Wands here. You're going to, feel passionate in doing so, and sharing your feelings. You may have a lot of passion, a lot of love for whoever this is, and I see you working on reopening this side of yourself once again. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright, Aquarius, let's do the love portion of your reading. Sorry that the first half of your reading was very long. I hope you could take something out of it. Otherwise, let's see what the person that is connecting with you wants to say to you. What would they like to say? What would Aquarius' person like to say to Aquarius. And what is their energy towards Aquarius? We'll also look into the mutual desire between you and them. Okay. Oh. Okay. Aquarius. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles. The Star, that's your card. The 5 of Cups. And the Magician here. Okay. We do have the High Priestess here. We'll take her out. Take her out. You could be dealing with another Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, possibly. It doesn't have to be any of those signs, but what I'm seeing here, Aquarius, is that your person's overall energy is the Magician. So I feel like your person, Aquarius, they, with the 10 of Pentacles here, in their spread, this is basically telling me that they are working on their stability at this point in time. I feel like for your person, it's really important that they secure a stable and abundant future for themselves. You, with the High Priestess here, I feel like you may perceive them as being possibly distant or avoidant or closed off, not really being vulnerable at no extent with you. This is kind of what you're seeing them, and I feel like with the High Priestess here, this is part of their energy, and this here is telling me that they know, they are aware of the sadness that you are feeling, the emptiness that you still kind of feel. You have the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They're aware that you have this sense of not really having any closure over the situation between you and them. And now, Aquarius, we all know that we can give ourselves closure over any type of situation in our lives. But I feel like this has been a particularly hard, hard situation that you and this person have shared. We've got the 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups at the bottom. And so it's taking you time to still really process what had happened, and for you to heal. 9 of Cups is behind the Star, but we've got the Star and the 9 of Cups at the bottom now. It's taking you time to heal, and it's taking you time to get to the point that you are at. We saw that you're on a very, I want to say, a very auspicious trajectory right now in your life. You are, if you aren't already aware of what your purpose is in this lifetime, if you are, I feel like you do know what your purpose here is, what you are meant to do in this lifetime. But I feel like at this point in your life, you are kind of wondering what that next level is going to be looking like for you. You are, in a sense, trying to figure out the next steps of your life, of your spiritual evolution, if you will. And your person understands that, you know, you are going through a very transitional time in your life, and that, you know, with the star being here, this is, you know, part of their energy, but I feel like with the star being here, and then the magician being their overall energy, they are trying to make their way towards mending this connection with you. I feel like they are wanting to mend the broken heart, the sadness between you. They are wanting to close the gap between you two. And yeah, I feel as though they are optimistic. Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands, Four of Wands, and the King of Cups is coming out. I feel like your person is, you know, they're more so, they're not trying to come in with this Knight of Wands energy here. I feel like with the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, this is more so, we do have the King of Pentacles at the bottom as well. Your person is wanting you to know that they are very, they're very excited is not the word. I feel like hopeful and optimistic is more so the appropriate way to describe it. They are looking through things, looking through at things with an optimistic lens. They're trying to be emotionally mature, and they're trying to take this time in wherever you two find yourselves within this connection. They're trying to take this all seriously, very seriously. We've got the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Four of Wands here. And with the Knight of Wands here, I feel like that energy added to this formula of cards, it's just really implying that they are coming through with a more confident demeanor, more of a take charge type of energy when it comes to, you know, wanting to rectify and make things better between you and them. They're wanting to mend with you. Yeah. They're just trying to they're trying to have a more grounded approach when it comes to initiating contact with you, essentially. Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. I think, yeah, they understand that if they were to come in and really just express their emotions, their deep emotions for you, because they do have deep emotions for you with the King of Cups. If they were to just, like, you know, just start out the dialogue between you and them with how they feel about you, they feel as though this would actually kind of backtrack. It would be counterproductive in trying to make things better between you and them. Essentially, it would just make things worse. So they're just trying to approach you carefully, because they know of the hurt that you do Still Harbor. Yeah. Okay. With the Two of Cups here, bottom of the deck. So, I hope that helped, Aquarius. Take care.